What's up guys, macadii here, bringing you the first battle of our NU session, and as you can see we have a sheer force gator on the other side of the field, just as I expected. So, looking at this is a pretty obvious rain team, I must admit, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get the upper hand because I do have the priority sunny day as well. So, in terms of lead, I do anticipate the Carbink leading, probably, I fear, with screens, which is going to be a bit of a shame, but there's not a huge amount I can do about that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead with Tash and get a sunny day off, and then probably go for the T-Wave, predicting him to switch out into something. We'll see what the Carbink goes for. Even if he does lead with the Sandslash, I probably will still stay in, because he doesn't have anything that can actually set up the rain with priority. So as long as I can keep the sun up and just keep pummeling him, he won't get a chance to get his rain up. So I am going to lead with Tash this turn. If he does lead with a Carbink, he does lead straight off with a Gator. So Gator is 280 speed, so that's plus 50% speed. I think a T-Wave probably is the best bet, because that way... Oh no, because if he has the Aqua Jet... This is exactly the situation I was talking about in the team building video. I think probably getting a T-Wave off is important, because he probably won't predict me to have it, and he probably is going to go straight for the Dragon Dance. So I am going to go for a T-Wave this turn. Even if he does attack me, to be honest, getting the T-Wave off is going to be really good. So he does go straight for the EQ. As I go for the T-Wave, I think I am going to have to stay in and just go for a sunny day. Hopefully he won't be packing the Aqua Jet. He doesn't pack the Aqua Jet, and he does just go straight for the EQ. Okay, so we're in quite a strong position here. We have the sun up. So I think... Let's see. So if I go into pitch... I can get a Solar Beam off. That's going to probably take out that Feraligatr. Nothing really appreciates a switch in. If he goes out into Masquerain, I can go for the Weather Ball as well. If he goes into Ludicolo, I can... yeah, I probably can go for the Sludge Bomb, and that will probably take him out. So I think Pitch is probably the best bet, mainly because that Stab Sludge Bomb. I know it looks a lot like Pitch and Free Face cover the same roles, but they're... The fact that Executor has Psychic and Pitch has Poison Stab means they actually work quite well together. It's easier for me to sort of explain as the battles go on, but they do work really well together. They do slightly fit different niches, but they do, yeah, as I said, work well together. So at this point, I am just going to go for a Solar Beam, and the power of this team is hopefully going to start coming through. So he does go out into the Masquerain, which I will definitely outspeed after this. It only does 25%, but considering it's quad resisted, I'm not too worried about that. I can now go for a Weather Ball, which will become a 300 power move with a super effective hit. He may have to start playing a little bit clever and switching out, but even then I am still going to be doing quite a bit of damage. I do have Reaper still alive as well, and there are plenty of Pokemon that I should be able to take a hit and... you know, set up the rain. It's not set up the rain. Set up the sun. I don't want to set up the rain. Hopefully multiple times. Oh, and he rage quits. So, don't worry. We will be having another battle. That was just the first one. Obviously, it's only been a few minutes. So, I'll see you guys at the next battle. Right, I managed to find a subscriber of mine called Mike Rect. So, I figured I might as well have a battle with him as one of the battles of this session. So, looking at his team, he's got a... Contrary Malamar with a Rapid Spinning Torkoal, a Seismitoad, a Swallow. So the Swallow's probably going to be the Gut set. I think that's probably going to be either Scarfed or Assault Vest with, what's it called? Why have I suddenly forgotten the name? Superpower. A Throw, which is going to be a real pain, I can imagine. And a Quillfish. So, in terms of lead, I'm a little bit stumped. I do imagine the Malamar is probably going to lead. Thinking about it, because he's seen my team and he knows that I lead with Tash. But even then, I can still get a T-Wave off and go for the sunny day afterwards. So that's not going to be too much of an issue. So I think I am going to lead anyway with Tash. Most of these Pokemon are going to be hit quite hard. I think even the Executor, the Torkoal, with it's not got the greatest special defense. So I think I don't know if a Sludge Bomb will take it out, but I'm pretty sure a Psychic from Executor will take it out. So I am going to lead with Tash anyway. There's not much point getting the rocks up, especially with the Torkoal being there with Rapid Spin. He does lead off with the Throw, so I really don't want to activate this thing's Guts ability, so I am just going to go for the Sunny Day at this point, just to get that up. He may, I think they do sometimes run Fake Out, I'm not 100% sure, but he does just go for the Circle Throw, which works quite well with me. Unfortunately, it is Liepard that does come out, so that puts me in a little bit of a sticky situation, because I really want to keep Reaper. So I think I am going to U-turn and go back out into Probopass, because I'd rather Probopass get hit by a strong move, because all of these, I guess I probably could go into Executor, but even then I don't really want to take too much damage. Probopass probably doesn't have enough speed to really outspeed any of these Pokemon. I guess maybe the Torkoal, but even then, yeah, it probably would. I think Tash is probably the one to go, because I can then go out into Executor, and I probably will just go for the Solar Beam, predicting the Malamar switch, because it is quite an obvious switch, and I think a Solar Beam is still going to do a horrific amount of damage. So I am just going to go for the Solar Beam here. Hopefully he will switch out. Am I a man? Am I a man? No, I'm going to go for a Psychic. I can't. Luckily, I do decide to stay and do the Psychic. It was a really, really difficult choice. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention as well is Executor is set up in such a way that I can do 11 hits with it as well, rather than just the standard 10 with Life Orb. So that works out quite well. So the Swallow does come in. I should be outspeeding that, 383 speed. So 380, yeah, I should outspeed that, so I can just go for a Psychic here. Even if he does decide to go for the Protect, it's not too much of an issue. There are no priority bird moves apart from Talonflame and that line, but that's a completely different story. So I am quite comfortable here just going for the Psychic. I'm pretty sure it should take it out. Okay, so that's a Scarfed Swallow. Ooh. Now that's really interesting. I've never seen a Scarfed Swallow before. But something does have to take a Psychic. Even if he does go out into the Malamar, it's not too much of an issue. I will still be outspeeding this, so I can just go for a Solar Beam and just get a massive hit off on this. Which, to be honest, it is the major threat against my team. I think the Swallow is going to become a problem, but hopefully Rapidash should be able to handle it as well. So I do go down to Solar Beam. If he does go for... Oh, it just goes for the knockoff. Okay. So at this point... let's see, 269 speed. I don't really want to risk it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out into Bambi. This Scarfed Swallow is actually going to be putting in quite a bit of work against me, actually. I think it is going to have to be Bambi. And what I've got to hope is that I can go out into Rapidash then. I've never seen a Scarfed Swallow before, so it has thrown me a little bit. So at this point, I am just going to go for a Return because it hits everything neutrally. It is a real shame about that Swallow because that did quite a bit of damage, but it didn't. I'm surprised how well Executor took it, considering it's 4 times weak to it as well. So hopefully I will be able to muscle my way through that. That's the one thing that I can see being the main weakness to this team is Scarfed flying types. So he does go out into Franklin, and that really doesn't do much at all. So at this point, I can go out into Hard Ride. I don't anticipate there being that much he can do to me. So it means that with Hard Ride, I can hopefully get the Flare Blitz boost off as well, if he does decide to go for the Willis. He does go for the Yawn. So I think at this point, I'm probably going to switch out into Reaper, because I can get the sunny day off again, and probably go out into my plant and get a sludge bomb off. But yeah, this is a really good team, especially against mine. The Scarf Swallow is definitely going to be a bit of an issue. So at this point, I'm going to Encore him into Protect, actually, hoping that he'll stay in. And I think then it's the main priority is setting up the sunny day again. The Malamar is at enough health where if I do outspeed with Reaper, I can take it out with a U-turn. The Seismitoad isn't too much of an issue. It does handle Rapidash quite well, but then it doesn't handle Vitribell or Sawsbuck particularly well. The Quillfish is going to be an issue for both Sawsbuck and Rapidash, so I need to make sure I keep Vitribell alive. I know Solar Beam is only a neutral hit, but it should still do enough to sort of make it much less of an issue than it would be otherwise. So I do get the Encore off, and at this point I'd quite like to get the sunny day up. Hopefully, what I'm hoping is I need to get a situation where I can get that Swallow in and I can get a T-Wave off, because I think that might be very useful. Okay, so I've got the Silver Reaper 21 here saying that I should probably try Uxie as a Stealth Rock Setter and Sunsetter. That is quite interesting. I think I considered it before, but I quite like with Probopass having the Sturdy. So it does go into the Swallow. At this point, I am just going to get the T-Wave off, because this thing is the main thing I want to get sort of out of the way, and this way it gives me the opportunity to. But yeah, I might have a look and see with Uxie whether it would be worth changing up or not. Because I mean, Probopass is good, but it just lacks. It has too many weaknesses. That's the main problem. Having a 4x weakness to ground and fighting, especially in this tier, isn't the best thing in the world, really. But I guess Uxie would be quite a good one, because I think it can run pretty much all the moves that I've got here with T-Wave. So yeah, that might be a possibility to consider. So he does go out into Franklin. At this point, I am going to just T-Wave. I think, no. Yeah, I think T-Wave. He does go for the Yawn at this point. So I am just going to go out into probably Hard Ride now, because I can quite easily handle this thing. And Yawn is going to get a bit annoying, but to be honest, it is my least important sweeper at this point. He does go for the Yawn again. To be honest, if anything has to go to sleep, it probably is this, because with these two being chlorophyll sweepers, they handle those two. Torkoal can be handled, that can be handled, and then that now can be handled. So this is probably the thing that does need, if something had to go and, you know, have to fall asleep, it probably will with this. I am going to go for the Drill Run just to get the maximum damage off, even if the Swallow comes out. This is just a point where I am probably going to sack it off. And also with Flare Blitz, with it being resisted, and also the fact that Quillfish and Seismitoad are also water types, I think Drill Run probably is the best bet from here. So it really doesn't do a huge amount, which is a shame. He does get paralysed that turn, and I do fall asleep. So at this point, I'm going to go and probably just stay in and go for a Drill Run. I don't anticipate this has much for me. I bet it probably is Yawn Power, Yawn Protect, probably Lava Plume. He does go out into Japan Star. At this point, I'm just going to get a Flare Blitz off if I do wake up. Hopefully I do wake up. If not, there is a chance I might take a hit, because Malamar isn't the best off the mark. I do manage to take a hit, and we do see that I outspeed as well. So at this point, I don't really want to lose any HP. So, because I do outspeed the rest of his Pokemon. So at this point, I think I'm going to have to, unfortunately. Because I guess I could risk the Mega Horn miss. that probably is the best bet, because if I can get another 3 Flare Blitz off, that's going to do quite a decent chunk of damage, or any other move. So I am just going to go for the Mega Horn here, even if I do miss, which, as you can see, I did. And, oh no, the sun's gone down. I'm in a little bit of trouble here now. I think at this point I am going to have to set up the Sunny Day, and I am now in a position where I can start sweeping with Victory Bell, so I think there is a chance here still. So at this point I'm going to get a Sunny Day off. I don't think Malamar has access to any priority off the top of my head, or any viable priority, so I should be in a reasonably comfortable position. But that Mega Horn miss though was quite a pain really, but I guess I was a little bit greedy wanting to go for a Flare Blitz afterwards. I may have it's difficult to tell, because I don't know how invested in HP if he was. If he was very much invested in HP, then I probably would die to a Life Orb and also the recoil damage. So it's a difficult call to make, and none of my other moves really, like Drill Run, didn't have enough power behind it to actually take it out anyway, so it was the riskier move and I missed out from it, but there's not much you can do, it's Pokemon. So from here I'm just gonna, as I said, set up the Sunny Day. He may be predicting the U-turn and just let this stay in. I'm still not sure if this is scarfed or not, but if I can get the sun up once, it won't make too much difference. I have a feeling it's probably not scarfed, considering the Swallow was scarfed. So, I think it might be more, it's more likely to be something like Assault Vest or something like that. I can't remember what actually did that amount of damage to it, but anyway, oh, it was a Solar Beam, so it probably isn't AV. I'm probably missing something really crucial. So he does just go for the Superpower again, as I set the sun up. So now it's Pitch's turn to shine. As tempting as it is to go for a growth here, I don't really want to risk the Psycho Cut, especially since we know it probably isn't scarfed. So I am just going to use this opportunity now to get a Solar Beam off, and that should take it out. So from here, we've got a nothing much that particularly wants to switch in. Even the Quillfish, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be able to take a hit. And even then, what's it realistically going to be doing back to me? I guess they do commonly run T-Wave, so that is a possibility. Torkoal is going to become an issue if Victory Bell does come down. But hopefully, if he leaves that till last, I can get an SD, and a return should be able to... Oh no, even though it's SD, return won't. I don't think, considering a Drill Run did that much, and that was Life Orb, super effective. So, Torkoal may become an issue later on. But for the minute, our aim is just to get as much damage off with Pitch as possible. There's not really many ways he can stall out with the sun as well. So, also, I'm pretty sure I outspeed the Seismitoad with Sawsbuck and the Quillfish, and definitely the Swallow. So, he does bring in the Swallow. At this point, I can just get a Sludge Bomb off, and this, I'm pretty sure, should take it out. Considering as I said, Life Orb modest, it does take it straight out. So, it's going to be close. It all comes down to whether I can take out A, the Quillfish, and B, the Torkoal as well. So, fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure I should be able to take out the Torkoal. As I said, it's got quite low special defense. But while Quillfish does have quite low special defense, it is going to be a neutral hit. So, we'll just have to see. He does go out into Cup Size, the Seismitoad. So, at this point, I am just going to go for a Solar Beam. I think he's trying to stall out the sun, which is fair enough. But it is leaving him in a position where he is having to throw away various Pokemon. To be honest, Seismitoad is a bit of a dead weight at the minute, because especially with Sawsbuck's ability to absorb health with Horn Leech, it's a sort of store of HP for me at this point, so it probably is worth getting rid of it. He may also be banking on the fact that I don't actually have the Heat Rock. So he does go out into Franklin. At this point, I am just going to go for the Sludge Bomb. He has got sort of two quite bulky physical types that have super effective moves against me. He does get powered, so what did he go for? Oh, he must have gone for the Protect. Ah, that is a shame. I was like, what priority moves has he got? But anyway, yeah. So that's a shame that he did get powered at that turn, but even if he does get the Protect this turn, I think I should probably outspeed anyway, but my Victory Bell then does become weakened because I can't really use the Solar Beam. So it does depend now on whether he can get the double Protect off. He does fail with the double Protect, so I think from here it probably is GG because I still have one turn of Sun left. I can go for a Solar Beam, even if that doesn't take it out. I'm pretty sure my Swordsbuck should still... It might outspeed, it depends how invested this is. So I am just going to go for the Solar Beam here, which is the most powerful move against it. And hopefully Pitch will be able to take this out. But yeah, it was a really good game. This is a really challenging team to face sort of with a Sun team against, especially with so many resistances. The Scarf Swallow really threw me off as well. That was an excellent choice. So a Solar Beam does take him straight out. So yeah, that was an excellent game, Mike, and hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I will see you at the next one. Macadii out.